Welcome to the second video of the Last Awakening Warriors. I am your host, Joshua David, and today we're going to be going over Matthew 7:22 and 23. Just before this video gets started, I would like to say I am only showing you the truths that I have been shown by the Spirit of Truth. Two, if you don't agree or you don't receive what this message is, that's fine. Just go on your way. It's no big deal. And lastly, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear what the Spirit of Truth is saying to you through this message, we hope you receive it. Let's get to the Word. All right, so let's go ahead and read what the Word says here in Matthew 7:22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, not in your name did we prophesy, in your name demons cast out, and in your name miracles many perform? These people are going to be baffled at why they're standing before the Lord, as they say here, and wondering why they're standing before Him. They're going to be dumbfounded to the reason why, because they have lived their whole life believing that they were doing what the Father was telling them to do. And they're saying to Him on the judgment day of the dead, Lord, Lord, didn't we do these prophecies? Didn't we cast out demons? Didn't we do miracles? Didn't we do these things in your name? And the name that these people were doing things is, it's hard to believe, because the world has told you one specific thing, and the reality of it is that it's not true. The name that the people were doing these things in is the name of Jesus. And this is not the world saying these things, because the world doesn't even care about prophecy, casting out demons, and miracles. This is the supposed church who were doing these things. Let's go over to verse 23. Okay, so let's see the response from the Son, who this actually is. Let's see what He says to them. And then I will declare to them, never knew I you. Depart you from me, those working lawlessness. Profound statement. It's a profound statement because it says He never knew them. Not at all. Not once. They were never following Him. Think about that. 4 billion people in this world confess or have confessed Jesus as their Lord. And here He's saying, I never knew you. Why is that? If salvation is confessing, like Paul says, believe in your heart and confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord and you shall be saved. If that's true, then why is He telling these people who have done this that He's never knew them? Better yet, when the Son said in His word that narrow is the way and few ever find it. Narrow is the way and few ever find it. Why do we have 4 billion people saying that Jesus is the way? The physical person Jesus, the one that they worship. Think about that. If few ever find out what He was truly saying, then how is there 4 billion people? Another thing. So if few ever really find it, like He says, and you believe that, then why are you going to a church? Why are you listening to people throughout the ages who told you and gave you doctrines on what this says. Why are you listening to any of them? Why are you listening to any of them? Because obviously, if you ever find it, the millions and billions of people who have supposedly been following this and the doctrines of this, how's that possible? How's that possible? Why are you listening to people if they're not even saved? Why are you following the same person that 99% of the people who profess and go to church aren't even saved? Why is that? Where is your discernment? And I'm saying that because these are hard truths. These are not easy things to come to realize, that if 99% of the church isn't doing what the Father says, then, and I'm doing what the churches have been saying, right? I'm following what the church has been saying. I'm following my pastor. Then, do you believe you're the only one? You're the only one that's got it figured out? Or have you been led astray? These are hard things to deal with, I understand. I know, I've been there. And the reality is, it was about what Jesus was testifying to, which it tells you in the book of John. What was he testifying about? He wasn't testifying about himself. And we're going to get into all those verses in the book of John and other verses in 1 John, and about what the Son actually is and who he is and how we worship him. With that, let's go to some closing statements. It is hard to come to the harsh reality that you have been following something and building a foundation of something on something that really isn't the truth. And I can tell you that knowing the truth for me and understanding right now the things that the Father's been showing me, that it is not easy. Because as soon as you truly know everything that the Son has said would happen, all the persecution, all the naysayers, like it's ridiculous. From day one, when finding out the truth and starting to follow it and accepting those truths into my life, from day one, as soon as that moment happened, the persecution came. All of it. Every bit, everything he said has been right on target, just like the things that happened to him. I can tell you, when I started this journey 5 years ago, when I decided to turn away from the life that I was living, there wasn't much persecution then. The farther I went to find this truth, the more there's come. But the moment that you actually find what he was saying all along, from that moment, you will see a stark difference. It's like you are automatically on the radar and everyone knows it, that you found this truth And as soon as you start speaking those truths out of your mouth, they come out the woodwork to come after you. Now, some of you might not be able to handle these things. Some of you might not want to handle these things. And I get it. But this is the road that the Christ told us to follow. He told us to follow his way, what he did. And to truly be someone serving and following him and doing what the Father's called you in life, you're going to have to do those same things if you want to enter into the kingdom. With that, I think the next video is going to be Peter, Paul, Mary, Yahweh, or Jesus. And it is about what the church is actually built on and who it's actually built on. We're going to find what truly is that cornerstone in the next video. So with that, I pray that you do the Father's will. I pray that you accept these truths into your life so you can go to the kingdom and be with him. So be it.